Did you know that 64% of consumers make a purchase decision based on a company's value proposition alone? That's right, your value proposition isn't just a small part of your marketing strategy, it's the secret weapon that can make or break your success. Imagine this: companies with a clear and compelling value proposition grow 30% faster than their competitors. That's a huge advantage in a crowded market. Yet, many businesses still struggle to create one that truly stands out. So, what makes a value proposition irresistible? In this video, we'll reveal 8 essential elements that turn a good value proposition into a great one. We'll show you how to uncover your brand's unique, secret sauce, tap into customer psychology, craft offers they can't refuse, and much more. Stick with us as we dive into strategies backed by real data and examples. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit to transform your value proposition from average to exceptional. Ready to discover the secrets of a winning value proposition? Let's get started. Chapter 1: Unlocking the secret sauce of your brand. Every successful brand has a unique, secret sauce. It's what makes you different from the sea of competitors out there. Think of it as the special ingredient that only your brand can offer. But how do you find it? Start by looking at your brand's core values and mission. Ask yourself, what do we stand for that no one else does? Here's a fun fact: brands that clearly articulate their unique value are 27% more likely to be perceived as market leaders, according to a study by the Harvard Business Review. So, digging deep into your brand's DNA isn't just a good idea, it's essential. But this secret sauce isn't always obvious. Sometimes, it's buried in customer feedback or hidden in the stories of your best-selling products. For instance, Apple's secret sauce isn't just its tech, it's the seamless integration of its ecosystem. It's why people are willing to pay more for their products. To uncover your brand's secret sauce, try this exercise. Write down 3 things your customers say they love about your brand. Then, identify the common thread. That thread is your differentiator. Use it in every piece of communication. Remember, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This idea was made famous by Simon Sinek in his book Start With Why. Finding your why is the first step toward unlocking your brand's unique value. Chapter 2: Customer Psychology. The art of hitting the right nerve. Understanding customer psychology is like having a superpower in marketing. It's about knowing what makes people tick, and what makes them buy. The truth is, 95% of purchasing decisions are subconscious, according to Harvard professor Gerald Zaltman. So, if you're not tapping into psychology, you're missing out on a massive opportunity. One effective strategy is using the scarcity principle. People are wired to desire what they think they can't have. It's why limited time offers work so well. Another tactic is social proof. When people see others using a product, they're more likely to want it themselves. This is why influencer marketing is so effective today. A real-world example? Think of Amazon. They show you how many items are left in stock or how many people are looking at the same product. These tactics create urgency and a fear of missing out, FOMO, nudging customers to make a purchase. Another powerful concept is anchoring. This is when you set a reference point that influences decisions. For example, if a product is originally priced at $100 but is on sale for $70, customers perceive the $70 as a great deal, even if $70 is still higher than they plan to spend. The initial $100 price anchors their perception. So, how do you hit the right nerve? Start by understanding your audience's pain points and desires. Then, use these psychological triggers strategically in your messaging. Remember, marketing isn't about manipulation, it's about motivation. Chapter 3: The Irresistible Offer. Crafting a deal they can't refuse. Creating an offer your audience can't resist is like crafting the perfect recipe. You need the right mix of value, urgency, and relevance. The goal is to make your offer so appealing that it feels like a no-brainer. Start by ensuring your offer solves a significant problem for your audience. If it doesn't, no amount of clever marketing will save it. Did you know that 70% of buying experiences are based on how customers feel they are being treated? That's from McKinsey & Company. So, think about how your offer makes your customers feel. Next, add urgency. People are more likely to act when they believe they might miss out. You could use limited time discounts, exclusive bonuses, or even limited availability to create this urgency. Consider this: when Groupon started, their entire business model was built on daily deals. The clock ticking down was a powerful motivator. Relevance is another key ingredient. Your offer needs to speak directly to your audience's current needs or desires. One way to ensure this is by segmenting your audience and tailoring your offers. Personalization can increase sales by 20%, according to research by Boston Consulting Group. But don't forget to make it easy for customers to say yes. This means reducing friction in the buying process. Offer guarantees, easy returns, and multiple payment options. When people feel secure, they're more likely to buy. Chapter 4: Clear, crisp, and compelling. The power of simplicity. Simplicity is powerful. In a world full of noise, a clear and concise message cuts through the clutter. Did you know that brands with a simple message are 62% more likely to win customer loyalty, according to Siegel plus Gale's Global Brand Simplicity Index? That's a huge advantage. So, how do you achieve simplicity? Start by stripping away the jargon. Your customers aren't looking to be impressed by big words, they want to know what's in it for them. Get to the point quickly, and don't make them work to understand your message. A great strategy is to use the 5-second rule. If someone can't understand your value proposition in 5 seconds, it's too complicated. Take Apple again, their messages are clear, think different. It's simple, memorable, and it says everything about their brand without saying much at all. Another tip is to focus on one key benefit. Don't try to cram everything into your value proposition. Instead, lead with the most compelling benefit and let the rest support it. Research shows that people can only retain about 3 main ideas at once, so keep it tight. Finally, test your message. Share it with a small group of customers or colleagues. If they can repeat it back to you without missing the core point, you've nailed it. Simplicity doesn't just make your message clearer, it makes it more persuasive. Before we dive into the next chapter, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This way, you'll be the first to know when new strategies are shared. Chapter 5: Backed by Proof. Building trust with tangible results. Trust is the currency of any successful brand. Without it, even the best value proposition will fall flat. One of the most effective ways to build trust is by backing up your claims with proof. In fact, 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation, according to BrightLocal's 2023 Consumer Review Survey. But it's not just about collecting testimonials. The key is to use them strategically. For example, include testimonials that highlight specific benefits your product delivers. If you can, get testimonials from people or companies that your target audience admires. This not only adds credibility but also makes your value proposition more relatable. Case studies are another powerful tool. A good case study doesn't just show results, it tells a story. It takes the reader on a journey from problem to solution, with your product as the hero. According to Content Marketing Institute, 73% of B2B marketers find case studies to be highly effective in influencing decisions. Don't forget about data. Numbers don't lie, and they can make your value proposition more convincing. If you can, include statistics that showcase your product's effectiveness. For example, if your software reduces downtime by 30%, that's a compelling figure. Finally, consider offering a free trial or demo. This allows potential customers to see the value for themselves before committing. The power of "try before you buy" is real. 50% of software buyers name free trials as a top influence in their purchase decision, according to a Trust Radius study. Chapter 6: Future Forward. Designing for tomorrow's customer. To stay ahead, your value proposition needs to be future forward. It's not just about solving today's problems, it's about anticipating what your customers will need tomorrow. Companies that innovate continuously are 2.4 times more likely to grow faster than their competitors, according to McKinsey & Company. So, how do you design for the future? Start by keeping an eye on industry trends. What changes are on the horizon that could impact your customers? Whether it's technology, consumer behavior, or global events, staying informed helps you anticipate and adapt. Another strategy is to gather feedback from your customers regularly. Don't just rely on what you think they need, ask them. Tools like surveys and focus groups can give you valuable insights into their future needs. Remember the words of Henry Ford: "If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." Sometimes, you have to look beyond what's being asked to see what's truly needed. Innovation is key. Don't be afraid to experiment with new ideas. Companies like Netflix have thrived by constantly innovating, first by shifting from DVDs to streaming, then by creating original content. Their value proposition evolved to meet the changing demands of their audience. Lastly, consider sustainability. Today's customers, especially younger ones, are increasingly concerned about the environment. A study by Nielsen found that 73% of global consumers would definitely or probably change their consumption habits to reduce their impact on the environment. Aligning your brand with these values can make your proposition more appealing in the future. Chapter 7: The Emotional Hook. Connecting on a deeper level. Emotion drives action. That's why the most successful value propositions connect with people on an emotional level. Research by the Harvard Business Review shows that emotionally connected customers are 52% more valuable to a brand than those who are just satisfied. To create an emotional hook, start by understanding your audience's deeper needs. What do they truly care about? For example, people don't buy a car just for transportation, they buy it for freedom, status, or safety. Find the emotional trigger that aligns with your product and your audience. Storytelling is a powerful way to tap into emotions. Instead of just listing features, tell a story about how your product has changed someone's life. Stories stick because they resonate on a human level. According to Stanford University, stories are up to 22 times more memorable than facts alone. Another technique is to use powerful visuals. Images can evoke emotions faster than words. This is why ads for luxury brands often focus more on visuals than text. They're selling a lifestyle, not just a product. Studies have shown that people process visuals 60,000 times faster than text, making them a crucial element of an emotional hook. Don't underestimate the power of language, either. Words like discover, unlock, and transform are more engaging than buy or get. They speak to the customer's aspirations and make your offer more enticing. Use language that inspires action and connects with the heart as much as the mind. Finally, consider incorporating social causes into your value proposition. Brands that stand for something bigger than themselves tend to build stronger emotional connections. According to Edelman's Trust Barometer, 64% of consumers worldwide buy on belief. If your brand supports a cause, make it part of your value proposition. Chapter 8: Test, Tweak, Triumph. The iterative process of perfection. Creating a winning value proposition is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process of testing, tweaking, and refining. Why? Because what works today might not work tomorrow. The market changes, customer preferences evolve, and new competitors emerge. The best brands are those that continually improve. Start by testing different versions of your value proposition. A/B testing is a simple yet powerful method. For example, you could test 2 headlines on your landing page to see which one resonates more. Companies that A/B test regularly see a 50% higher conversion rate, according to Invesp. Collect feedback from your customers after they interact with your brand. Ask them what caught their attention and what didn't. This can give you insights into how to tweak your message for better impact. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Another strategy is to keep an eye on your competitors. Analyze their value propositions and see how they evolve. You can learn a lot from what others are doing right or wrong. But don't copy, instead, find ways to differentiate yourself even more. Regularly update your value proposition to keep it fresh and relevant. This doesn't mean overhauling it every few months, but small adjustments can keep it aligned with market trends and customer needs. Consider this: HubSpot found that companies that blogged regularly, an example of continuous refinement in content, saw 55% more traffic than those that didn't. Finally, remember to celebrate your successes. When you find a value proposition that works, take a moment to acknowledge the hard work that went into it. Then, get back to testing and tweaking, because the next level of success is always just around the corner. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on more strategies that can take your marketing to the next level.